Today we're building a WordPress website header section. So here we are in the WordPress dashboard. This is the Elementor theme builder. This is what we use to design all the visual elements of our clients' websites. So you can see we have header, we have posts and pages and search results. But we're focusing on the header today, so we click Add. Elementor gives you some pre-built templates to use. So if you're just starting out, some of these might help you. We don't need any of these. And this is the Elementor visual editor. So everything you need to create a web page is on this screen. All of your elements down the left, all of the technical stuff across the top. So if we create a new section, we need 2 columns. You'll see why in just a second. We click at the top here. These are the settings for the section. Because it's a header section, we don't want this boxed. We want it full width. What we're going to do first is we're going to add all of the elements that we need, and then we're going to style them all together. So we need logo in the left-hand column, and a title, which is going to be the name of the site. On the right-hand side, we need a button. We also need a menu. It's gone in the wrong place. There. So they're the elements that we need. Now we can start placing them where we need them and editing the layout. So we need these to be, instead of vertical, we need them to be next to each other, horizontal. So we click on the settings for this section, and we click this arrow. Okay. We do the same on this side. So we have menu and a button on the right. Let's do another couple of things while we're here. We want the elements to be centered. Do the same. Now let's make this image the site logo. So dynamic tags, site logo. Oh, we don't have the site logo set. Doesn't matter, we have it uploaded. There it is. And this, we want another dynamic tag, site title. This is the first job we're doing, so this menu is just a default menu. It mightn't, these pages might be different later on, but as long as we've got something here to style, we'll be okay. What we want here is for everything to be over to the right hand side, and everything in this column we want over to the left hand side. Now let's bring down the size of this logo. Now I'll tell you what we'll do this a different way. This at 100%. We'll bring down the width of the element itself, like so. Let's take the gaps out so we can then manage this ourselves. We'll set that at 8 pixels for now. Let's take this up to 10%. Now let's work on the title. We have some custom Adobe fonts set for this website. So go here. Set this to be H3. And we're going to take the size up. Like so. Again, we're going to play with the gap. And sometimes when you install custom fonts, they're not always correctly aligned. So as you can see, even though we've got this set central, this doesn't quite align as you'd like it. So it needs some margin at the top. We'll go with maybe 16. Push that up a bit more. And now that aligns much better. We're going to go back to this section and we're going to put 40 pixels of padding on the right and the left to account for different screen sizes. Now we can work on the menu. Not a whole lot to do here. We're going to set this to the same color as this text. We might change this hover animation at some stage. We'll look at what the rest of the site, what we do around the rest of the site, and match up animations. As you can see here, we have a button animation set because we have 2 button styles. We might do something similar with these. We won't know yet. The text on here is going to be bookings. Might go with session bookings. Now, depending on where we end up, there's some decisions to be made about the customer funnel. We might not have contact here. We might send everyone through a booking funnel as opposed to contact. That decision hasn't been made yet. So we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. As you can see, in not long at all, we've got something resembling a header section. Now, we come back to this section. We make the background white in case there's anything like maybe an image underneath it. We don't want it to be transparent. We'll make that white. And then we can give that a little shadow to hold it off for the rest of the page. And if you want this header section to stick at the top of the page, that's here in advanced. Motion effects, sticky, top. You can't see that at the moment because there's nothing to scroll, but this entire section will stay at the top of the page. Now at some point we may add more to this, so we may add a tagline after the site title, or maybe even below. And over to the right of this button we may add some social media links. So there you have it, WordPress header section. I deliberately made this video really short just to show you how quickly you can get something done in terms of a working header menu bar. Some people describe, WordPress and Elementor as being complicated and difficult to learn. It isn't, as you can see. And if you don't want to bother with this, if you want to get on with running your business, give us a call, send us an email, leave a comment on this video, and we can have a chat about helping you out with your website.